Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I am so sorry that I have been missing in action for like the last couple of months. I just had really bad artistic block. I expect a lot of you kind of have been down that road before, so I do apologise, but I'm back now with my, I don't know, neon noir style samurai. So, you know, stick around, watch the video. Hope you enjoy. We are going to start this video the same way as I always do, and that is with the armature. This is just 12 gauge wire wrapped in on itself, leaving a loop at the top so that I can make the head, and then covering it with foil in the general shape of my samurai. Just don't forget, don't overbulk, otherwise you'll end up with quite a chunky samurai. I mean, you can have a chunky samurai if you want a chunky samurai. And then I started creating the general shape of my samurai using some super sculpey. I do tend to use quite a bit of super sculpey on this one, but most of the detail work I did in my cosplay. If you're wondering why the majority of this video we are being watched by 4 cardboard elephants behind, it's because I have like a Terry Pratchett piece in mind. I'd really like to make Artuin. I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced, Artuin. Yeah, I'd really like to make him. So if you'd like to see that, then let me know down in the comments. You might notice that my samurai has like a really weird shaped head, and that's purely because I didn't want to waste clay on building the back of his head when I'm going to put a hood on the back. So yeah, I'm literally just saving money. Being same old cheap Sarah as always. I'm not going to spend a lot of time sort of creating his nose and mouth, mainly because you're not going to see them. I'm going to put a face mask on him, so I just get the general shape. Half of this is for my love of avoidance of doing any real facial features, because I hate making faces, same as I hate making hands. That's why I avoid making humans. But yeah, I do manage to make like an Easter Island head though. A really creepy Easter Island head. Ugh. my apologies for kind of like missing out the rest of his face, well, just his eyebrows really, and the details on his face. I did my usual and forgot to press record, so you can expect me to do that at least once in a video. So yeah, it's literally just some fine detailing I did with a pin tool and like some ball styluses, just to get in some face wrinkles, just to give him a more human-like face, I guess. So you didn't miss out too much, literally just eyebrows. I apologise, I'm sorry. I kind of wanted to bring like the old and new together, so I decided to do this mainly with his kabuki mask. Kabuki masks are like really traditional, and then I wanted to bring it into the future by giving it like elements of a gas mask, and obviously using like the neon paints and stuff like that. I think it works. I hope it works. Hope you guys think it works. So I think I chose like the hardest possible route to make this hood, which is standard Sarah practice. I literally do this to myself all the time, by sort of trying to Frankenstein it together like I'm doing now with lots of little pieces. I think in all honesty it would have been so much easier if I had just cut one big piece and then tried to put it together. But it does eventually work out. I think I just made it harder for myself. So if you're going to do it, if I were you, I would try one big piece of clay than lots of little ones. To make his hair, I am using my cos clay, and that's purely because they're kind of like flyaway parts in his hair. So after baking, they'll sort of stay flexible. They won't break if I knock or damage them, which thankfully didn't happen at all throughout this entire build, which is really nice. After I did that, I went on to do my first bake. The majority of the time now I will be using my cos clay for like almost all of the details, mainly because it's just a lovely clay to work with. It blends really well onto baked super sculpey as well, so I don't really have to go sticking on lots and lots of bacon bond as well, or what is it, clay adhesive now. But yeah, the majority of the details are now cos clay, except from like the bit I'm doing now, which is not cos clay, that's super sculpey. I'm lying, I'm sorry. But that's cos clay. The bit I'm working on now is cos clay. To make his armour, I literally just sort of run my clay through my pasta machine on its thickest setting and then sort of folded it in on itself so it's double the thickness. Cut out 6 rectangles and then sort of created a curved-ish rectangle on one side. Does that make sense? Probably not, but that's what I did. To create like the 3D shoulder pieces. And then I just went on to use my colour shaper to put in like loads of line detail that I will try my best to make look neon later on. I hope I achieved it. It's not something I've done before, so let me know down in the comments if you think I could have done something differently. So when I started this piece, I wanted the armour to be, you know, functional, but I think in all honesty, with those tiny little leather straps being the only thing that's holding those things on his shoulders, likelihood is in the real world they'd probably fall off. But it's not about functionality now. I wanted it to look cool. It's the best I can come up with. It looked cool. After I did that, I added a couple of little details and then it went in for its second bake. I made the cake out of my cos clay. I did my usual and Frankensteined it together at the top. I clearly didn't learn from the first time that I did it, but this time it kind of worked out all right, because I think making it out of one sheet would have been a little bit difficult to fit it out all underneath the armour and it still look okay with all the nice little folds and creases that I have going on at the back there. So yeah, sometimes my Frankenstein method works. make his rice hat, I literally just used a compass and cut out a circle of foil. Then I cut down to the centre of the circle of foil, folded it in on itself to make a cone, taped it together, and then added my clay. The only thing that I would change about this is I would probably make it a bit bigger. I feel like this rice hat is a little bit small for my sculpture, so I might go ahead and make another one off screen, but other than that, this is how you make a rice hat. After that, I went on to make the sashimono. I literally just this second had to Google what they were called. But yeah, the sashimono goes on the back of the samurai. So this is how I made it. Just to make like the bottom of my sculpture really durable, I am using my M.I.A, which is like a 2-part epoxy putty. You mix it together and it air dries on its own. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that the base was nice and sturdy, and the bit at the back that was holding in the sashimono couldn't get damaged should you want to remove the flag.
2,000 years later.
Once I finished making all the final little details for like the sword, everything went back into the oven for its final bake, and then I went on to my painting. Oh no, I didn't go on to my painting. I went on to gluing everything together first, and then Millie put in a belt around the sword. I know what I'm doing, honest. I don't make this up as I go along. Okay, now I go on to painting. On this one I use Arteza mostly, but all the paints that I've used on this project, along with all the materials in fact that I've used on this project, I will leave in links in the description down below. So if you are curious or you want to buy your own, just follow those links and they will take you there. And that's it, guys. My samurai is completed. So if you liked watching this video, then please do take a minute to like, comment below. I love to read your comments. And if you're new here, then please do take a minute to subscribe. It is lovely to have new people watching. You know, I'm very humbled for the amount of people that do come and watch. So thank you very much, guys, for being here. Love you loads, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye!